Hello friends, today we are going to talk about the unit 5 chemical kinetics. So this is the fifth unit from your physical pharmaceutics-II chapter. So chemical kinetics, this is one of the important chapter. So you can see the two words chemical and kinetics. So what do you understand by the word first of all kinetics? So kinetics is nothing but it is a branch of chemistry which deals with study of chemical reactions, or you can say the rate of reaction, study of rate of reactions. So word important is the rate. So rate of reactions. Here the second word is this is your first word, this is your second word. So chemical kinetics. So same will be the concept over here. The simple definition will be it is a study of rate of chemical reaction. It is a study of chemical reaction. So chemical kinetics simple definition is it is a study of rate of chemical reaction. Now you will have a question, what do you understand by the rate? So rate is nothing, it is means of speed or velocity of a reaction. So reactions. So what is a reaction? Reaction means whenever you are taking some reactant, it gives you the product C plus D. So what is here A and B? So A and B are here the reactants. What is C plus D? This is the product which is generated because of this reaction. Okay. So rate or speed. So what is the rate? So rate is nothing something with respect to time. Something with respect to time. Okay. So velocity you are knowing the change in distance with respect to time. Anything change in distance with respect to time, it is velocity. Okay. But here we need to study about the rate of a chemical reaction. So what are the parameters or rate? How you are going to determine the rate of a reaction? So important parameters is your reactant. So in reactant there are three states of matter. So you are already knowing the three states of matter: solid, liquid and gases. Okay. So if your reactant is solid, it decomposes or its rate of reaction is very slow. It decomposes very slow. Coming to the liquid either it could be monophasic, means your solution, biphasic, means let us assume that here it is a suspension. So monophasic equation or monophasic solutions have the higher rate of reaction. Okay. So rate is nothing, the speed of your reaction will be higher. Coming to the gases, it is very difficult to measure the rate of reaction in case of gases. Okay. But what are your reactants reacting over in the gases? Okay, it can be determined by change in the pressure of your reaction. If your reactant is reacting, it gives some products. Okay, so whole reaction will be monitored. The rate will be monitored with respect to change in the pressure of the system. Okay. So this is generally introduction of your chemical kinetics. Okay, so chemical kinetics it is from two words, chemical and kinetics. So kinetics it is nothing, it is a branch of chemistry or biochemistry which deals with the study of rate of reaction. Okay, here we are specifically going to talk about the chemicals. Okay, so this rate of reaction is related with the chemicals. Okay, so chemical reaction is your, assume that your reactant A plus B is giving you C plus D. Okay, so dC by dt is your rate. Okay, so this dC by dt may be having plus or minus sign. Okay, so this is nothing, change in the reactant concentration with respect to time. C is the concentration of your reactant, what your reactant reacting to produce the product. Okay, so this dC by dt is related with this. Okay, change in rate is nothing but the change in concentration with respect to time. Okay, here I have said the change. So change either it could be positive or negative. Okay, in maximum cases you will find the reaction rate is given as a dC by dt. Why this negative sign is there? So because this negative sign indicates that your concentration of reactant is decreasing and your product is increasing. Okay, so this change in reactant concentration is given by the negative sign. Okay, there are some cases where the positive sign is also applicable. Now, what are the points which are important from the pharmacy point of view or in your syllabus? PCI syllabus has mentioned some important points. So, in this syllabus, we are going to talk about the application of kinetics in pharmaceutics, in pharmacy profession. Then we are going to talk about the order of reaction. This is one of the most important point in your syllabus. Okay. So, in order of reaction, every time you may heard zero order, first order, second order. Okay. So in between 0 order is there. In first it is 0, first order is also there. Okay. So here we are going to determine the order of reaction. Its derivations are very important. These are the three important parameters whose derivation, then half life, shelf life T90 is your shelf life. Okay, all this derivation along with the graphs. Okay. So based on this equation, all these equation, derivation equation it is related with the rate equation. Okay, so rate equation, half life equation, T90 equation for all these zero order, first order, second order, and their graphs are very important from this point of view. Okay. Apart from that order of reaction, we are going to study the factors affecting rate of reaction, factors affecting this chemical reaction. So what are the factors affecting the rate of any chemical reaction which we are going to study over here? Okay, are you getting this point? Okay, then important part is the degradation pathways, degradation of pharmaceutical pathway, and most important is the stability study. So this stability study is divided into two parts. It is real-time testing, real-time, or it is called as long-term testing, and most important is the accelerated stability testing. Okay, so whose practicals are also there in your practical syllabus. Okay, so this is the very important chapter from your GPAT preparation point of view. Okay, from your regular second year B Pharmacy examination point of view.